I came back to my family's land looking for something solid, something to anchor me after 20 years in the military, dodging bullets and bureaucracy in places where the sky felt too tight. My name's Tom Harlan, and I settled back into this quiet stretch of Nebraska. Just me, a creaky old barn, and a beat-up John Deere tractor my dad left behind. I wasn't chasing some postcard dream of peace. I just wanted to work the soil, grow some corn, maybe rebuild what time and neglect had worn down. But man, I didn't expect the fight that found me. Right here on my own dirt, with a woman named Linda Voss, the queen bee of the Willow Grove HOA, who decided my tractor was her personal enemy. It started small, like most trouble does. I've been back maybe a week, still unpacking boxes in my faded gray farmhouse, when Linda showed up at my door. Not with a pie or a handshake, but with a clipboard and a smile that didn't reach her eyes. "Mr. Harlan," she said, like she was reading my name off a warrant. "I'm Linda, president of Willow Grove. We're thrilled you're here, but we need to discuss your equipment." I leaned against the doorframe, coffee mug in hand, and raised an eyebrow. "My equipment?" She pointed toward the barn, where my tractor sat, minding its own business. "It's unsightly. Our community has standards, visual covenants, you understand. That machine could lower property values." I almost choked on my coffee. "Ma'am, this land's been in my family for 3 generations. It's zoned agricultural, not part of your HOA. I'm just farming like my dad did." Her smile twitched like a glitch in a bad movie. "Well, adjacent properties affect us. We expect cooperation." I didn't laugh, but I wanted to. Instead, I just said, "Good luck with that," and closed the door. I thought that'd be the end of it, just some busybody flexing her little kingdom's rules. But Linda wasn't the type to let go. A few days later, I got a typed letter, hand-delivered, mind you, claiming my tractor violated community aesthetic guidelines. It even cited some vague county code that, when I checked, didn't apply to my land. I tossed in the trash and kept working fixing fences, tuning up the tractor, planting corn. Then came the drone. I'm out in the barn one afternoon, elbow deep in grease, when I hear this buzzing like a giant mosquito. Look up, and there's a camera drone hovering over my field, dipping low enough to kick up dust. I didn't need to guess who sent it. Linda's McMansion had a perfect view from her second-floor deck. I waved at the thing, real sarcastic, and went back to work. That night, my buddy Mike from town texted me a screenshot from the Willow Grove newsletter. There's a photo of my tractor with the caption, "New resident endangers community safety with heavy machinery near our kids' bus stop." I laughed, but it was the kind of laugh that sits heavy in your chest. This wasn't just annoying Anna Marie, it was personal. I knew my rights. This land was mine, free and clear, with deeds and surveys to prove it. The tractor was registered, the fields zoned for agriculture. I'd fought for freedom overseas. I wasn't about to let some HOA dictator bully me on my own soil. So I doubled down, kept planting, kept harvesting, kept ignoring her letters. Linda didn't like that. She started calling county inspectors, claiming my diesel cans were a groundwater hazard. They came, looked around, saw my seal drums and safety logs, and left shaking their heads. "She calls us every week about something," one muttered. Last time, it was a neighbor's mailbox color. But Linda wasn't just whining, she was escalating. One night, someone egged my mailbox. Another morning, I found "Keep It Quiet" spray painted on my fence. I didn't point fingers, but I didn't have to. I installed 3 security cameras, motion activated, high-res, covering every angle of the property line. If Linda wanted a war, I was ready to document it. Harvest season hit, and that's when things went sideways. I was up at dawn, tractor roaring, cutting through rows of golden corn. It felt good, like I was stitching myself back into the land, reclaiming something I'd lost. I'm halfway through a row when I see Linda at the fence, big sun hat, red tracksuit, holding her yappy dog like it's a prop. She's filming me, yelling something I can't hear over the engine. I stop the tractor, walk over, wipe the sweat off my face. "Morning," I say, keeping it cool. She doesn't even let me finish. "This is outrageous, Tom. Your dust is ruining my patio, my lungs, my guests. This is a residential area." I look at her deadpan. "Linda, this is a farm. Farms make dust. Always have. You moved next to one." Her face goes tomato red. "You're disturbing the peace. I have kids napping, guests coming." I shrug. "Your guests live." She storms off, dog yapping, promising I'd hear from the HOA. I didn't know it yet, but she was already planning her next move and it wasn't another letter. That afternoon, I'm checking irrigation lines when I hear a car engine. Way too close, way too fast. I look up, and there's Linda's silver BMW barreling down the gravel easement road that runs along my field. My tractor's parked just off the path, blades up, not blocking anything. She doesn't slow down. Bam! Her car slams into the front fender, metal crunching like a bad symphony. She throws open her door, phone in hand, screaming, "You assaulted me. You left that thing in the road to trap me." I just stand there, arms crossed, heart pounding, but steady. She's already on the phone with 911. Yes, he attacked me with a tractor. It's blocking the road. Then, like she's auditioning for a movie, she grabs a rock and hurls it at my tractor's windshield. Crack! A perfect spiderweb fracture. I don't say a word. I just glance at camera 3, hidden in the fence post, catching every second of her meltdown. 10 minutes later, Deputy Matt Reynolds pulls up. I know Matt from way back, good guy. Fair, doesn't take sides. Linda's in full victim mode, waving her arms, telling him I'm a menace, a danger to her perfect neighborhood. Matt listens, then walks over to me. "You okay, Tom?" he asks, eyeing the dented tractor. "I'm fine." Tractor's not. She rammed it, then threw that rock. Got all on video. His eyebrows go up. "Video." I point to the camera. Full footage, time-stamped, crystal clear. I hand him a USB drive I'd prepped. He takes it, nods, and tells Linda he'll review it at the station. She's livid, demanding a supervisor, but Matt just drives off. I go back to harvesting. The corn doesn't wait. Linda didn't stop. She posted signs along the HOA path, danger, farm equipment, and sent more emails claiming my tractor was a health hazard. But the tide was turning. Neighbors started whispering. A woman named Sarah, who lived down the street, posted on the HOA's Facebook group, "Maybe we should leave the guy growing our food alone." It got likes, lots of them. Then one morning I find a note in my mailbox. No name, just "Keep going, Tom. We're with you." That hit me harder than any of Linda's stunts. I wasn't just fighting for my land anymore, I was fighting for something bigger. Then came the lawsuit. Linda filed a civil claim, emotional distress, defamation, you name it. She said my tractor was terrorizing her community. I took it to my lawyer, Dave, a high school buddy who knows land law like I know corn. He laughed, reading her complaint. "She's got nothing, Tom. Let's counter defamation, harassment, property damage. And I've got a bonus." Turns out, Dave dug into the HOA's filings. Linda had been president for 8 years. No elections, just consensus. She'd been funneling HOA dues to her cousin for landscaping with no receipts. We sent a letter to every homeowner in Willow Grove, 2 pages. All facts. The crash, the vandalism, the fake 911 call, and Linda's shady finances. By noon, the HOA's Facebook group was a war zone. Neighbors were done with her. The court date came, and it wasn't even close. Dave laid out the evidence videos, zoning maps, county records showing the easement road wasn't Linda's to control. The judge, a no-nonsense guy named Carter, watched the footage of Linda's crash and her rock-throwing tantrum. "Ms. Voss," he said, voice like gravel, "your claims are baseless. You've abused this court's time. He dismissed her suit, ordered her to pay for my tractor repairs, legal fees, and a fine for false reporting. He also referred the HOA's books to the county auditor. Linda left the courtroom, face red, heels clicking, not looking back. Willow Grove changed after that. Linda's house went up for sale a week later. No goodbye. Just a moving truck and a realtor's sign. The new HOA board, led by a guy named Paul, started posting budgets, holding open meetings. Neighbors started waving when I drove the tractor. Sarah's kid, Tim, even started biking by, asking to see the cool machine. I let him tighten a bolt one day, his grin bigger than the horizon. But the best moment? Finding another note in my mailbox. Thanks for standing up, Tom. You saved more than your farm. No signature, just truth. I'm back to my fields now, planting winter wheat, listening to the quiet. It's not empty, quiet, it's full, heavy with what I fought for. Linda thought she could bully me off my land, but she didn't know I'd faced worse than her clipboard and her tantrums. Standing your ground isn't about being loud, it's about being steady, about knowing who you are and what's yours. I won because I had truth and a few good neighbors who finally saw it too. So what do you think? Was I right to dig in, or should I have played nice to keep the peace? Drop a comment. Share your stories. Have you ever faced a Linda in your life? Let's talk about what it means to stand up and what it costs.